Today's workout, we're going to start with the Staggered Stance Romanian deadlift. So I like to have the kettlebell on the same side of the leg that's stepping, or behind our back. So what I'm doing here is I'm keeping a lot of weight on the back leg. I'm not bending the front leg excessively here, so it's not a lot of weight through the quads and the front leg. It's trying to get the posterior chain, hamstrings and glutes, particularly on the back leg. So what I'm doing here is I'm hinging on the hips. So on the way down, both knees are bent, but the rear leg is, the knee is bending a bit more. So I'm going to go for about 10 on each side here. So when I'm lowering the weight should ideally track alongside the front leg and just directly in front of the back leg. So when we get 10 repetitions done on both sides for this one, what we're going to have a look at next is the pullover with the single leg glute bridge. So again, we're looking at some kind of glute activation here in this one. What I want to do here is, we can have both feet on the floor, but I'm just kind of selecting to have one foot off the floor here. What I want to do is I want to lift my hips off the ground, but I want to keep my lower back flat, so I'm not arching my back. So this will probably limit how high my hips go. When I reach back, I want to kind of slow it down a bit too. So I'm not trying to like over arch my back. I'm trying to actually almost kind of create a hollow position. My tummy is pulled in. So I'm slowing the weight on the way down, and as I come up, it's almost like I'm trying to actively do a little kind of crunch through the tummy as well. So I'm keeping the shape of my spine consistent and kind of rigid throughout the movement. Okay, so I'm going to do 8 repetitions. Again, quality repetitions over quantity for this one. So 8 on each side for this. So the third movement here, third exercise, is just the isometric push-ups. Trying to hold the bottom position. If you can't, try and hold the top position. But ideally the bottom position, what I'm doing here is I'm keeping the glutes active, core engaged. I'm going to keep my elbows close to my sides here. So I want to keep my lower back flat throughout. And my tippy toes, we're going to go for a 30-second hold in this one, and we're going to repeat 3 rounds of block A. Block B, we're going to start with kettlebell swing. We're going to go for 20 of these. So just working on a strong hip hinge, Russian style swing. From the kettlebell swing, we're going to go into the frog pumps, and on this one we're going to go for a high rep set. So we're going to shoot for 20 repetitions. What I'm doing here is I'm keeping my feet more or less together and knees wide here. So there's not a big range of movement here. Really focusing on the knees wide, so I'm externally rotating the hips, or the thighs, I should say, and I'm just trying to really engage with the glutes on this one. So again, like 20 repetitions, we're going to high rep set here as well. To finish block B, we're looking at the running man plank, and this one we're going to go for 20 seconds each side. So I want to keep my bottom knee close to the floor. My top leg, I'm trying to push my heel towards the sky here, so I'm trying to activate the glute. I'm also curling my leg a bit too, so I'm trying to activate my hamstrings a little bit as well. So keep my shoulders, hips ideally level. We're going to go for 20 seconds each side on this one. Then that's the 3 movements for block B. For this one, we're going to go for 4 rounds. Block B is done. On to C. We're going to do the arms here. So I'm just going to do curls 12 to 15 depending on the repetition range for this one. When the curls are done, we're going to transition into the tricep extensions. So just having the weight overhead here. Elbows close enough that I'm not letting them flare out too wide to the side here. Maybe this weight's a little bit heavy for me, but we're going to go for, again, 12 to 15 repetitions for this one. After the extensions, we're going to go into front raise, so we're isolating the front of the shoulders. Again, 12 to 15 repetitions of this one, keeping our core active, glutes engaged, and keeping our arms straight here. So watch now, we're just not kind of shrugging up again with our shoulders on the way up. We're trying to isolate the front of the shoulders and kind of keep the traps out of this as much as possible. Finish block C, then we're going to do the reverse plank, and on this one we're going to go for 30 seconds. So here I'm squeezing my legs together, I'm squeezing my glutes, I'm trying to pull my shoulder blades back and down, so I'm lifting through my chest as well as my hips here. So 30-second hold, and then we're going to go back to our curls for 4 rounds of block C. 3 rounds of block C. We're not doing 4 rounds of block C, we're doing 3 rounds of block C. 4 exercises, but 3 rounds.